Hey, how's it going? I'm Kieran. Today I want to talk to you about the new Waves plugin Epic from the CLA Signature Collection. Before I begin, I'm well fucking aware that I look like a shaggy dog. I haven't got my hair cut since March, and I'm not about to. So, just so we're all on the same page here. Um, just to preface this video, I'm not like a fan of Waves in the slightest. I actually dislike Waves plugins for the most part, and I'll touch on why as we go through this video. The track I'm using today is James Lugo's track Rely On. It is from, I think he posted the multi-tracks in the description of one of his videos. I'll link that video in the description down below. And I'm just going to show you kind of what Epicsphere does, why I think it's one of the best plugins that Waves has released in a long-ass time, and yeah, that's about it. So yeah, let's get into it. So I want to start by talking about one specific feature of this plugin that I can't actually tell if it's there or not. Basically, I'm looking through the user guide here. There's one line where it says, even when all the faders are set to 0, his sound is working for you, which makes me think, he's running obviously all of his sends and returns through an SSL. It makes me think that they're using some sort of SSL emulation here, which might be true. It might not be true. I'm not sure. Either way, I mean, I can't really tell, especially in this example. If it's there, then cool. If not, I don't think it's that big a deal, because what I feel like most people are here for is that delay and reverb. Speaking of which, I think that the combo of sending your delays into reverbs here is really great. It's really well done. This plugin, I know it's in the Signature Collection, which is mostly like, if you don't know, the Signature Collection is like whenever you see like a major engineer's name next to like drums, or like JJP keys or Butch Vig vocals, right? Those are plugins made for people who don't know how to mix. That's what I would consider to be amateur bait, right? Put your keys on this one plugin and it'll make them sound perfect. That's not how that works, right? You'll never see anyone respected in the field using those plugins on an actual mix. But this is technically a Signature Series plugin that I think sounds very good. Listening to it as an insert is not the way to do it, right? This plugin is made to be used as a send, because that's how you create depth. If you watched any of that Chris Lord Algae video, you'll know that he sends multiple different things into one reverb, one delay to create that sense of space around a mix. But if you are going to use it in this scenario, here, let me unsolo safe this, solo this. I'll go, so this is, like I said, James Lugo's track, Rely On. This is the lead vocals, right? So I'm using one of the presets, the CLA2 preset I'm going to lower that mix, on a fairly low mix. And just like listening to it dry.
He got over you.
And then wet.
He got over you now. I know when you know that things had to change. When the darkness surrounds you, taking all your hope.
I mean, that sounds pretty good. Like, that sounds like, I'm not going to say it sounds like something that you could recreate reasonably with like actual sends and returns. It doesn't, but it doesn't sound bad. And I think if you're looking to create, I know CLA uses this phrase a lot, but a sense of depth in a mix, or I think a better way to put it would be like kind of making your mix not just sound like you have one delay on it, and maybe that delay is feeding into a reverb on an insert. This is probably how you would reasonably go about doing that, because it's a plugin that's insanely simple, plus it has an absolute ton of, you can see all these, an absolute ton of presets from like major engineers and artists like Greg Wells, Darude, for the classic Sandstorm, CLA obviously. I like, for this mix specifically, the CLA Vocal 2 preset. I think it sounds fine. Using it on an aux or a bus is 100% how you need to do this though. So as you can see up here, here's my send to bus epic, which is what I'm using for vocals. You can see that the volume and the panning is very different from my volume and panning on my sending to my master. Basically, like here, like this harmony is, whoops, these two harmonies are going like to the master bus hard panned basically left and right, but to the send it's only going 41 and 44% left and right respectively. The volumes are also a little bit different. I need to probably fix that because that's not right. But like you'll be able to tell here once I solo this out. I'll solo wet first. Hold on. I'm using a dead solo to do this. If I play here through with all the background vocals and everything, let me make sure that, yeah. This is what it sounds like completely wet. Now throwing in everything else in comparison to the rest of the mix.
Been lonely too.
I think here I'm just using the Boulevard of Broken Dreams style effect, which I think kind of suits this mix, but
all for you till now. Rely on,
bypass
rely on
with
the
effect.
times that I held you, I told you.
I'm gonna unsolo this and play it in context with the rest of the mix. I need you to understand I did not actually do anything. I basically just set the faders to a fair position, and this is what it sounds like.
I've always been here. That'll never change.
Completely dry. And then with both.
Can't get over you.
Dry.
I can't get over you now. Rely on, rely on.
If what you're trying to do here is create, and I hate to keep using this buzzword, a sense of space and depth, then this will do that fairly well. The other alternative that you have is to essentially, I mean, what I do in Pro Tools is I have a session that has 3 reverbs and 3 delays, and I can essentially do this, but with sends and returns, and then I can automate everything easier. But here it's just easy. I mean, it's one plugin. If you want to automate anything, it's going to be a bitch because there's so many options here. Like if we go into this plugin, like you can see like here, like your sends for each of these, right? Here are your returns for each of these. It'd be very, very annoying to go through here and to deal with this, to automate, I mean, anything, even your faders. But if you're just like trying to put something on a track, set it and forget it, and make it sound not terrible, this is probably the way to do it. I'd say if this plugin ever goes on sale for like $20, which it's Waves, so it will, it's probably fair to pick up. Because, I mean, it's not only good on vocals. Here I have it on guitars. So if you want me, I'll play the guitars dry first. Let me find something. All right, so I'll just play it from here. So this is completely dry. And now throwing in Epic. Give me 1 second. You can see it's very much so clipping on the out, but nonetheless. Listening to it just completely wet soloed. I mean, it's not as great an effect as it is on the vocals. I think I did this one myself, and I'm still trying to use the plugin. I didn't use a preset for it, but it doesn't sound bad. Once again, creating that sense of depth. I definitely prefer if it was a if they had more send style, or send style. Like if I go here, CLA, most of these are insert style. In fact, I think all of the CLA ones are in fact insert style. I think like some of these, like here's a Greg Wells send, so that'd be a send one. Let's just throw in something else. How about we can probably do a rock vocal, right? Vocal delays for days, sure. Let's see what this sounds like. Without, and then with. I mean, it's not quite the effect to apply, but it does what it's supposed to do. It doesn't sound bad while doing it. And like I said, I really hate that this is grouped together with the other Signature Series stuff, because this is a plugin that I'd consider actually buying. I'm just demoing it right now, but it's not terrible. Like, I've definitely used worse Waves plugins, i.e. the rest of the Waves plugins. I know this video's kind of been ranty style. I didn't actually plan anything out for it, but I think that the point that I'm trying to make here is that this is a very good Waves plugin. Unlike most of the Waves plugins, I actually do really enjoy this. I think if you're looking for that kind of CLA style mix, and you're looking for, I'll say it one more time, and I'm so sorry. If you're looking for depth in a mix, this would be a fair way to achieve it. Sending everything, panning the sends differently, panning the differently from the master. I think you can fairly create a sense of a room around your mix, which is kind of the goal with this plugin. I think that for most people, especially using software like Ableton, where it's harder to kind of make these mass sends, this will be a fine addition to a toolkit for vocals especially, but whole mixes to some extent, guitars, drums, that sort of thing. I know I only use guitars and vocals here, but you could use it on anything really. And I think, honestly, if you're in the market for a new kind of mass delay reverb thing, it sounds fine. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing it if you want. I don't know why you would, but if you want to. In case you're curious why I'm not in my studio, which is back there, it's because the machine that I normally use, like as my Pro Tools rig, would not be able to handle recording, like screen capturing, and this at the same time. In addition, these plugins are V12, which requires like a better graphics card, and my machine in there, once again, the graphics card's from like 2009 and would absolutely shit the bed immediately, so I'm not even going to attempt it. If you're looking for the link to this song and the download for it, I'll link that in the description down below. Once again, it's James Lugo's track Rely On. If you have any other questions, let me know. I know I kind of hate on Waves a lot in this video. It's because I hate Waves plugins like as a whole, but like I said, this one fairly respectable. So yeah, thanks for watching.